The right house rarely announces itself dramatically. It doesn't come, sometimes that right house doesn't come out like it's the performing. That wasn't as good, but welcome back to Real Talk Real Estate. I'm Scott Warner with the Capstone team, brokered by Coldwell Banker Ingram Safari.
His Robin sidekick,
Because he's my Batman, because I'm Batman.
Donovan Johnson, also under the same roof, Brothers United. Hey, man, makes me think about Flavin. R.I.P. Dan.
Lord.
I know he's smiling at us right now.
You have to finish today what we're talking about.
Ah, dude.
R.I.P. Dan.
We're talking about Dan Flavin today. We're going to be talking about the phase that buyers, today we're going to be talking about a phrase that buyers say all the time that sounds smart, but in reality,
We'll know it when we see it. I'm going to let that one come right back to you because that is not a phrase that I like to
and
hear.
hey, on the surface, if you say that with a smile and kind of nod your head, you could probably be lullabied into it.
Like there's some magical real estate moment where it hits you perfectly and like all the music starts playing in the background. Man, I'm going to actually have to, I'm going to trademark that right now.
Dude, it would be...
It would hit.
What if we trademarked like just like a listing, the house, like the doorbell, when you open it up, it like starts playing like harmonies or like the box, you know, that Roddy Ricch has a song when he say, B word, don't wear no shoes in my house. Imagine if every time you open the door, it'd say that. But don't wear no shoes in my house. Bro, that would hit. That would be great.
Should we put that in a Graywood house or what area of...
It would remind me of the old voicemails from back in the day, bro.
Yeah.
You know how they'd start playing the music, like some R&B crazy stuff?
And then be like, I can't answer my phone right now.
Yeah, your late night DJ voice, like you trying to get something. You need to be getting some sales. What you need to do, answer the phone.
Hurry up. I mean, truthfully, there's not the magical moment.
It would make our job way easier, though.
It would.
I will say this, there's only been one time. I would love to know the number of houses I've shown in my 4-year career. And it's only happened once, and we didn't even put an offer on the house. I lie, we did put an offer in, but we found something else that they liked more, even though I still like the other one. And when I say I opened the door and was like, oh my gosh, this is it. Like,
he felt it. He should have been the one buying it. But guess what? He wasn't. It was the people behind him, and they were like, wah, wah. I mean, unfortunately, most buyers don't experience clarity like that. It just doesn't happen.
Most of the time, man, it's a mixed bag of emotions because it's rarely clean cut. You know, even if you buy a DSOD home mid-construction and can customize it to your liking, there's still probably a thing or two that you're having to compromise on.
I mean, that's normal. The problem is when buyers often mistake that uncertainty with a sign that the house is wrong.
I think with the importance of the decision, people just want to feel like during this decision, it can be tight, right? You're making decisions. People don't realize a lot of the times that one, your shoulders can hold a lot of stress. So you start thinking like when shoulders start rising, they want the decision to feel like a massage. But a lot of the times you have to wait through the waves of the process, the multiple things set up in order to surf it.
Yeah. I mean, right. It's a major life decision. People assume the answer should feel dramatic and unmistaken. Sorry.
Yeah. That strong response you're going to get it from either one of your bad children or your wife. You ain't going to get it from the house necessarily.
I was going to say that strong decision, that strong feeling is probably the wife putting the foot back in your back and pushing you in this house. But real life usually doesn't work that clear with that cleanly and that clarity. Most houses aren't perfect matches.
Right. And just like when your marriage marrying somebody, there are, like, you have vows and there's going to be some compromises. There's probably things that, hey, this is the way I view things. And they're like, oh, she literally thinks the complete opposite. Like, how wrong am I?
Yeah. So my wife and I are on Financial Peace University right now at the church. And like, it's like the nerd compared to the free spirit. And there's 8 questions for which one? You're either a nerd or guess what my free spirit was? 7 out of 8.
Ooh.
7 out of 8. So look, that is something that my wife knew when she was marrying me. I'm gonna have to get him on these free spirited spendings. That's what a house is like. It's not always perfect. It's not going to be the best thing. It's not, one location doesn't have the yard. One of these houses don't have the updates. I mean, this house we love so much, but it's outside of our budget. Why is your real estate agent showing you something outside of your budget? I don't know. I might have done that once.
Buyers, man, they're trying to, it's a mixture of logic and the emotion, part of it's practicality.
Yep.
And part of it's, when I say the emotional side, I mean, like, okay, I know we need a 4-bed, but there's a 4-bed available in Graywood, aka Graywood.
Yep.
But do we need to be around the gray woodness? Like, no. When you,
I mean, you might have the money to go into Graywood, but might not like Graywood. I mean, I think I seen a text from you this morning in the group chat of, hey, I have a pre-approved buyer at, I think it was like $500,000, but they don't want to be in Graywood. Well, screw that. Where are we going to find something for them to be in South Lake Charles? That's the thing. Perfect feelings don't happen in real estate. You don't have those perfect feelings. And just because it's not a perfect feeling does not mean that it's a bad feeling. Hey, I like this house, but I am willing to change this. Hey, I want this house at this price, and I'm willing to change that. Because guess what? I just don't see that perfect house fitting. Even if it seems like a perfect house, there's going to be something that one of the clients are going to feel it's wrong.
Absolutely, man. If you wait for perfecto, you're only going to create a bigger problem in riff. And I've seen it to where you create so much stuff, then you start missing home after home. You either, one, think what's wrong with me, or two, you try to just give up on the process in general. When in reality, if you trust us enough to help you wade through the logic, we'll help you get through the emotion.
I mean, I've said it multiple times. You can be the captain, but let me just navigate the ship. Let me go. You're hiring me to navigate the ship through this. And especially if you're paying on a house that you don't like anymore, or renting. You're like, hey, all this minutia, I'm not going to get in the market right now because there's nothing that I see. The issue is, if there's nothing that you see, that's one thing. But if you're letting all these other things weigh you down, the money that you're spending a month is still going out the window. It's an important, the thing is, Don, let me ask you this. What do you find what actually happens during the search? Where do you go from there?
One, man, I try to not let it be like a 30 multiple. Like, I don't want A to Z house,
Yeah.
I try to have like A, B, C, D, maybe E, maybe. I hate E.
E, like, let's just stay with the grading scale of A to F. Like, we skip E, go straight to F.
I was about to say E's technically.
Yeah, but we skip it. We cut it and just go right to F.
Be some legalists.
Well,
listen to this.
They can be, and they can legally say,
like our video, share, subscribe, and don't you ever forget.
Don't you forget, legally, we're not perfect. But you're right. That's an important distinction. Clarity usually comes from the comparison in experience, not lightning bolts. It's not like Zeus is going to hurl down a lightning bolt, or God's going to throw down a lightning bolt and say, hey, you were struck by lightning at this house. This is the one.
You're right. And I I think the biggest thing that I've been recently having to get better about, and I always felt like I had a natural proclivity for this, so I guess that's why I didn't focus on it, but I've been having to be way better about staying even keel. Like, even if I'm ready to flash out, or even if I'm like, hey, y'all are really being stupid right now, I have to be able just to stay here, because when you start fluctuating, it gives your client the persona that ain't nothing's under control. Like, the AC's broke. AC's not broke. I'm going to just stay at like 65, 66 at all times, even if it can be on fire on the outside.
So sometimes these things matter at the beginning. The end, these things matter to our clients. That's what we're talking about with, what actually happens during the search.
And here's the thing. Just like when you go from dating to the engagement, you start feeling it. Sometimes it is a little like, I don't know, but that's why you keep going through the process to confirm and reaffirm. And some people are just worry warts. And this is when you're not going to feel good until the process is over.
Exactly. I mean, people think that they care mostly about cosmetic things, and suddenly they realize the layout, commute time, the neighborhood. How many times have we said in this podcast, you're not just buying the house, you're buying the neighborhood, you're buying the commute time, you're buying all these things. And if A and B fit you, well, C might not fit perfectly, but it's better than none of them fitting you, or one out of the three fitting you.
Yeah, man. The process is less about perfection, because yes, we can chase perfection and an efficiency standpoint, but there's going to be so many unknown things that hit and come about. And what we have to do is be able to understand what the priorities are. Just like Scott was saying, if it checks off most of the boxes, then it may be worth packing that box instead of just waiting.
I mean, as I always like to say, I strive to do 100%. As a Christian, I strive to do 100% because that's what God asks us to do. But knowing that I'm a human and knowing that I'm going to fail helps me say, okay, I tried my best today. Did it work 100%? No, it didn't. But I'm okay with that. And that's what people are. That's what we're trying to get across here. This overwhelming emotional security blanket of this is the right house, this is a perfect fit, might not be there, but you don't want this house to pass you by.
And I'm gonna say this: using the right agent should give you some confidence that you're being taken care of, that you're not overbuying.
Mm-hmm.
You should have. It helps with vagueness. I think certainty, abstract versus concrete, okay? Emotions are abstract. The process is concrete. Your realtor needs to be a mixture of both, and then be able to show you that, hey, this is level ground right here.
And that might be what sticks the buyer. That might be why the buyers suck. And sometimes we have to say, is the reason that, like you said, you decided to stay even keel. And maybe that was the best thing for you to understand, that buyer was like, hey, man, he's even keel. I'm not stuck because of him. I'm moving forward with the house.
Absolutely. And man, it reveals itself. Usually it reveals itself gradually through the seeing of the homes, the comparison, the practicality is the biggest thing. In my opinion, it helps me stay here. Instead of thinking like, yeah, the pool's cool, but the pool's not necessary, and the pool's gonna cost money. The pool's like having a flood zone almost a little bit as far as the costs go. But hey, if you're at that point, you got kids or whatever, your lifestyle may.
And maybe that's why buyers stay stuck. Like you were talking about, you have to be an even keel. We're not going to be the reason that you either buy or don't buy this house. We're just showing you houses.
Right. And I know you're pre-approved, so we're not dealing with window shopping, but some people who are serious about buying have window shopping tendencies. So it's important to clearly define timelines, expectations, and possibility of what priority is going to compete with the other.
Yeah. Another listing, another weekend, another open house, and suddenly looks promising. online, but disappointing in person. Like, man, this house, like we said, once again, man, we always go back to what we said before. The internet is trying to get rid of realtors, but guess what? You need realtors to open that door for you. Because guess what? The pictures online might look good, but as soon as you get there, they don't work out.
Yeah, and the biggest thing, man, is if you start chasing the feeling as a buyer, but chasing in general usually isn't good.
Yep.
You like somebody and you start chasing, there's a strong chance in your pursuit they're going to run away. It's almost like, I think it's like the soap bar analogy sometimes, man. You squeeze that thing too tight, it's going to fly away. You let it loose, it's going to just fall to the ground.
I mean, and the longer that it goes on, the harder that decision becomes. And the longer that it goes on, the harder the decision becomes.
Because it's almost like you fall in love with the search more than actually the decision. Because there is a little, I could see there being some type of dopamine hit or something from the hunt versus the kill.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Exactly. I mean, looking feels productive. Deciding feels risky. Like you said, that passion for the hunt, and then you have the kill. I mean, is it done? Is this it?
Because like when you spend months in the liminal space of in the process of buying, it gets hard to even establish what clarity is. Because is this really happening? Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, meanwhile, somebody else is already moving. The house is now off the market. They bought it a few weeks ago.
It's really good to have your priorities established before you go into showings. I understand needing to see a house or two maybe to get a feel, but you really should have a corner pocket list.
Yeah, I mean, buyers need to know actually what matters in the daily life of that house.
Again, we're going to be talking about I'll focus on layout a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is just the note comfortability.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is the location and the traffic.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about these things multiple times. There are things to affect whether the house will work for you and is exciting after the search.
Absolutely. And like, man, that emotional high is going to wear off. And eventually you're going to need a house that fits you practically.
Exactly. You don't need the perfect emotional match. You need a house that fits you the way that you are right now and fits your needs right now in this time.
Yes, man, having a house, I feel like it's like a dancing partner sometimes. You may have had a choice, but not always. But hey, you're still dancing with them, and they're getting the job done to a standpoint of, we needed this, and we're making it happen.
Yeah, I mean, because now you're evaluating the priorities, and the cinematic wears off of the house. But it's my house. I'm living in it. It fit me in where I need to be right now. And, look, I might have been playing that game a little bit before and understanding emotionally. Now I'm convincing everybody that I'm actually in it.
Yeah.
Most buyers are not stuck because the right house hasn't appeared.
So why do you think they're stuck, man?
The right house rarely announces itself dramatically. It doesn't come. Sometimes that right house doesn't come out like it's the performing opera and it's the lead singer. Sometimes it could be that backup singer.
Yeah, man. It's almost like sometimes the house almost like leaks itself, throughout the process, meaning that you may have found the one that you think is it, but, we want to go see a few more, which is okay. But through that comparison, priorities, and practicality, it starts to kind of have the moment.
Yeah, you fall in love.
You create the moment.
Yeah,
it doesn't create itself.
It doesn't create itself. You knew that, hey, she was the right one. But hey, I had to go through the weeds to get to her. Hey guys, thank you for listening to Real Talk Real Estate. Give us a heart, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe. Hit them with the Donovan.
All love at the bottom. Game point. Y'all.